Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now welcome back to the episode of League Discussion, the series I take your topics, rip them apart, my own opinions and experiences, and encourage you guys to join in the conversation in the comment section below. Now today's topic is going to be kind of like, in a way, like a self-reflecting topic. Obviously, this last season, we got close to Master, but we didn't achieve it. So I'm going to be talking about things that I personally am going to be looking to do differently this upcoming season, to try and get that extra nudge, get that extra push so I can, get in Master at least once. And what I want you guys to do is, listen to the video, listen to kind of the things that I'm saying, and then in the comment section, kind of do a self-reflection yourself. And then what you can do, because, like, again, I sometimes make videos, I'm going to be honest, sometimes make discussions about talking about, like, personal things of like this, to see, like, a year later if I've done it. And see, like, if I, can tick the box type thing. So if you comment down below in like 6 months or a year's time, you can come back to this video potentially and see if you've also done that. So if we just do a little bit of a summary of what I did last season, comparing to, what I'm going to do differently. So last season, I played very meta. I think that's very safe to say. There was very little off-meta stuff that I did. And, not just off-meta stuff. And again, when I talk off-meta, it's not just about playing weird stuff. I followed the strengths of the game very purposely, which is good and bad at the same time. For example, right at the beginning of the season when we were doing very well, I was playing Poppy and Darius and that type of stuff. When they got like, I'm not even kidding, just a little bit nerfed, I dropped them. Even though I was doing very well with them, I just dropped them cold turkey, which I'm not sure if that's a very good thing to do. Now, again, playing meta stuff is arguably the best way to climb. It is the best way to climb. More people climb with meta than anything else in League of Legends. But personal performance should always take precedent over meta, in my opinion. If you're just amazing at something, and that's why one tricks can do well. If you're amazing with something, that is probably going to be the best way that you can climb. So one thing I'm going to be doing probably a little bit differently this upcoming season than last season is if I am playing meta stuff and I'm doing really well with it, my win rate's good, win game, good performance, and it gets slightly nerfed, I may not drop it straight away. I may continue playing it for a while and just see if it still has strength. Where before, I was like, right, it's got nerfed, see you later. I didn't even play it anymore. So that's one thing I'm going to do differently. Because you have to imagine, again, I've said it before, especially if you're in lower ranks, how strong champions are and all that type of thing, a lot of the time doesn't really mean that much. Again, especially the lower rating you go, because people don't maximize their champion's strength. The only time people maximize their champion's strength usually is when something is just really overpowered. But if something is weak, well, if you're just really good at it, you can just play better than somebody who's playing a strong champion not very well. So I think that's going to be part of it, is going to be identifying champions that I'm doing well with, and I'm, got a good performance, good win rate, and just continuing to play them for longer than I normally have been. So that's one thing that I know I'm going to be doing differently. Role selection. So in this last season, I'm pretty sure top lane was my most played, then mid, then jungle, then AD carry, then support. That probably is going to be similar, but my playstyle probably within those lanes is going to change a little bit. So recently, well, not about a week or two ago, when we were doing preparation for tournament in top lane, I was having way more of an impact in games than I basically did in the whole season last season. And that was because I was playing in a different playstyle than I did the whole season. I'm sure most people could probably say exactly what playstyle I did, but my playstyle last season was very much get to mid game, get to late game, and hope I can do well in team fights. I don't want to play that way anymore. Like, it's an okay way, again, that way got me to, like, Diamond 1. Like, it's a fine way to play, but it's not really a way that I think you should be playing. Like, or at least for me. I had a lot more control recently when I was actually just winning the lane. It was rare to see, oh, Huz got first blood, or he's ahead in CS, he's double CS, which you were a few games. That's the way that I think I want to go. So I'm going to be trying, again, it's all about up here. This is what people don't understand. It's not all about mechanics. A lot of climbing is in here. My playstyle, I'm hoping to change from, okay, just don't feed, play passive, get to mid-late game, and then group team fight. Because the problem with that playstyle is that is very team reliant. And it can work really well, and it can show great decision making. But what happens if you have those type of games that your team just doesn't want to group, or you have that one guy, that Vayne in bot lane? Well, then you're kind of screwed because you're playing in a team playstyle way. So it doesn't really mean that I'm going to change my champions that much. Like, I don't have to. It's all about playstyle within those champions. Like, you can play most champions in multiple playstyles. You know, for example, let's say recently, if you compare, if I played Gnar in the middle of the season to my recent Gnar games, I guarantee my middle of the season Gnar would have been playing relatively passive and not trying to win lane. Where if you compare my Gnar games recently, I'm trying to win lane. I'm trying to bully people. And yeah, sometimes I get punished and sometimes I get ganked and 2v1 and stuff, but that's just sometimes the way it goes. The more aggressive you play, the more you open yourself up to getting punished. But I think I'd be happy with myself if I am having more of an impact in the games myself, rather than being kind of like a background carry. So that is also another thing I'm going to be doing, and that's for every lane. You know, that's mid, top, jungle. Like, even in jungle, like, a lot of the time I was just farming, kind of not really doing anything. If I'm jungling, I want to make those aggro plays, play junglers that can invade, kill the enemy jungler, take pressure off the map. So that's, again, number 2, is to play different playstyle, about trying to win games, not just kind of get through the games. So that's number 2. Number 3... so this is, well, a lot of people would be probably in this video expecting me to go shrink my champion pool. And the answer to that is yes and no. I'm never going to restrict myself in League of Legends just because I want to climb. League of Legends, first and foremost, to me, should be about your fun level and video game level. And that's why I always suggest to people, if they're like, oh, should I one trick to climb? My always answer is, do you enjoy that champion more than everything else? And if the answer is yes, then go ahead. One tricking should all be about fun. And that if you only enjoy one champion, that's what you should do. And that's 100% fine. My always, like, hesitation when people talk about, like, you know, should I main 2 champions or 3? It's like, well, do you just enjoy those champions? And that's my problem. I don't just enjoy 1 or 2 champions. So I'm never going to limit myself. But what I'm probably going to do is have a moving champion pool. You know, I always call it a living champion pool. People make fun of me for saying that, but I'm going to have the living champion pool, as I always have, but maybe condense it more than I normally do per time. That sounds weird, but usually I change my champion pool maybe once a month, when, you know, from each patch to patch. And obviously point 1 of this video was maybe not change it as quickly, and not jump to the gun. Oh, that got nerfed, see you later. So what I'm probably going to be looking to do is in each role, maybe condense it slightly, but still keep it moving. You know, if I go, right, I'm going to play Darius in top lane, I'm not playing Darius for the whole season. You know, there will be some people watching this video go, oh, I'm a whatever one trick, that's all I play for the whole season. I could never do that. And that's never what I'm ever going to do, not even with 2 or 3 champions. I will constantly be changing the champion pool, but I will probably condense it while I'm changing it. So maybe let's, for example, say, right, my champion pool in top lane is these 3 champions. Okay, this champion got nerfed. I'll keep playing it. Oh, yeah, it is kind of weak. Right, I'm going to flick out that champion and bring in 1 new champion. I don't want to constantly be, like, playing brand new champions. Have a core of, like, 2 to 3 champions per role. Sure, experiment a little bit. I'm never going to kind of be in handcuffs going, you have to play those 3 champions every game or else. That's not what League of Legends is to me. But have that core that I always am playing more so than normal. And again, one thing that, you know, what I'm planning with the YouTube series and why I think it's going to work better is obviously Unranked to Diamond is going to be the main series and Climb to Master will be kind of the second series, or what I do on stream. And what I'm planning is obviously Climb to Master won't be every single day a second video, which I think is good because I'll be playing a lot of the same champions. And right now, like, a Climb to Master is quite a hard series to do when you're trying to climb to high rating, because everybody knows if you don't play the same champions and you're playing kind of rustier champions, you get punished a lot. And that's why a lot of people do say one-tricking or condensing is good, because you're basically just not rusty on that champion. You know what you're doing, your mechanics are polished. But with me doing a series on my main account, I always felt obligated to kind of play different stuff all the time. And that's why so many people was complaining about Malzahar. It literally proves my point, because I was playing a lot of Malzahar. People are like, oh, I just hate this champion. When really people don't hate the champion, they just dislike, like, there was no variety of content, because I was playing him quite a lot. Like, there was like 2 or 3 episodes of him per week. Where Unranked to Diamond can be all about variety, and when I do Climb to Master, because it can be less often, people, I think, won't care if I'm playing kind of the same champions, because, again, the videos won't be every day. So it kind of seems like I'm not playing the same champions all the time, when in reality, I probably will be. The people on stream may get bored, because it'd be like, oh, I'm playing 3 games of, I don't know, Shyvana jungle in a row. But to the people on YouTube, which obviously is my main thing, it won't affect them. So I think that actually will help me climb, to be honest, is having the stream focus climb to master and the video focus on unranked to diamond, so that'll be good. So those are my main 3 points, really. So the first one, just to kind of, and I might be able to think of another one. Again, I don't script these videos. I just kind of come up with what I think on the spot. That's always what I do. So number 1 was basically identify champions that I'm doing well with and continue playing them, even if they get slightly nerfed, continuing playing them until I actually think the point is, okay, it's just not worth playing anymore. Where before, I just dropped the champion when I saw the patch notes. The second point, I've gone blank, so I'll skip that one for now. Oh, well, was it playstyle? Yeah, it was playstyle. So playing more aggressive, playing to carry, basically. Not playing just to get to mid-late game team fights, because you can't always rely on your team. You should rely on yourself more for solo queue, so therefore try to carry more. And that, again, doesn't mean I have to pick up Riven and stuff like that. That's not the point. It's just having the different playstyle to pressure, because I've lost lane to people who are playing terrible lane champions, but just playing really well and aggressive. Karthus rings to mind, Gangplank's ring to mind, and those are 2 champions that aren't supposed to win lane, and I've definitely lost lane to those champions because of my playstyle, and they had a good playstyle. So that's second point. And the third point is condense the champion pool to help me have consistency, but still change the champion pool every now and then just because of personal boredom or whatever. So those are my main 3 points. If I do those 3 things, I think that will help quite a lot. Because again, a lot of people say, why don't I think I got that? Like, why don't I think I got Master last season? I was 1 win away from the promo 4 times. Couple reasons. 1, tilt. I think I tilted more last season than in any season in the league. And it is quite a tilting experience, especially for someone like me, that the moment I can get to Master, then I can call this channel a Master YouTube channel. I've achieved Master. That's a pretty big deal for a YouTuber, especially if you do it solo. And when I was there 4 times, 1 game from Master Promo, and every game was just one of those stomps, it was very demoralizing, and that just tilted me like you guys can't believe. I was in a bad place after the 4th time that happened. And then that, you know, I think I tilted all the way down to like Diamond 4 or something. And then I lost all my confidence because of that, and then I started playing way too passive. If you actually watch, no one's going to do it, but if you watch the beginning of the season to the mid of the season, you'll notice a massive shift in my playstyle from the beginning of the season playing crazy confident, playing really well, mid of the season not playing confident at all. Sure, sounding confident in commentaries because I have to, but my playstyle was not confident at all in mid-season. And, you know, I think, what did we do? We went to, like, straight to Diamond 1 at the beginning of the season. We stayed in Diamond 1 for 3 months. We dropped down to Diamond 4. Then we got back to Diamond 2. We got into promo to Diamond 1 again. And then, from memory, it was another troll type of situation. And then I dropped back down to, like, Diamond 5, I think. And then we went back to Diamond 3. And then back down to Diamond 4. I think that was my season, relatively. So it's still not a terrible season, but definitely could be better, and consistency is key for that. And, you know, controlling the tilt, which again I think will help that it's not the main video of the day every day, when you're kind of forcing yourself to play. And sometimes you may not want to play on your main account. Sometimes you may like, oh god, the stress is real, or you're just tilted. Well, having it not as the main series is going to probably help quite a lot, because Unranked to Diamond is going to be chill, lower rated, can educate people a lot more, and Climb to Master will be all about climbing. Like my dream, by the way, if you're kind of wondering, the dream is while I'm doing Unranked to Diamond, which is a lot more chill series, to try hard on stream and try hard when I'm not streaming, just playing myself. My dream is to achieve Master while Unranked to Diamond is going on. That's my dream, because then when Unranked to Diamond is done, and if I have got Master before, well, then I can make a series about trying to achieve Master again if, say, I drop down to Diamond 1, or if just by miracle I'm in Master when Unranked to Diamond finishes, then there's a brand new series, My Journey to Challenger. Like, that, it will just fit really well. So trust me, I will be tryharding. Probably next season. I know I said this last season, and it was true. I tryharded last season for a lot of it until I tilted myself really badly. But I'm probably going to try hard more in Season 8 than any other season. One, because I really want to get that master. Two, again, my plan is to move out, and with moving out, I'll have more time to play. I can stream and play in evenings, which will be pretty good. So trust me, Season 8, it's going to be my season, especially if I can do these changes that I just mentioned. Which a lot of them, I will say, a lot of them, as you probably, if you kind of break down, a lot of them revolve around consistency and taking control. So that's hopefully what I'll do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what things you think you need to do to get that little bump in rating. And yeah, I will most likely make one more league discussion probably in the next 10 minutes that you guys will probably see tomorrow or something. And I'm going to be talking about when actually you should be getting into ranked. Yeah, and especially at the start of the season and stuff like that. So enjoy the episode tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.